Welcome back to the Property Punch podcast, the place where Aussies get smart, clear, and confident about building wealth through property. I'm Thabo, your host, uni student, content creator, and the guy who's still learning the ropes about all this stuff. And with me today, I have my dad and property mentor, Washington.
And I'm Washington, property mentor, property strategist, dad, and someone who has helped hundreds of Australians build property portfolios that actually work for them. Good to be back, and I'm looking forward to this episode.
Today, we're diving into one of the most common questions that your work mentor gets. Seems like every episode we're saying that every question is the most common, but we swear that we get lots of questions.
Today, we're answering a big question. Should I buy a brand new property or an established property? The debate is everywhere. People get stuck, confused, and end up doing nothing.
So today, we're putting the gloves on and comparing the two properly. From cash flow to maintenance, tax benefits, growth potential, build risks, or tenant demand, we're going through everything.
So no fluff, no bias. We're looking at what works for smart investors and what fits for different strategies. So let's dive in. So Thabo, we are in December, your favorite month of the year. The year has gone by so quick, hey?
Yes and no.
Oh, okay. Yes and no?
Yeah.
All right.
During the year, it was taking forever. But now that we're here, it feels like it's gone by really quick.
Oh, great. And your birthday is coming very soon?
So I'm not complaining at all now.
That's good. You're looking forward to turning
19.
19?
Yeah.
Wow. That's your last year to be a teen.
Yeah, I can't wait to not be a teen.
Yeah, and you just finished your exams as well.
Yes, I did.
How were they?
Some were good. Others will be lucky to get a pass.
That's not good, mate.
You know, uni's not there to be easy.
Yeah, true. That's true. Okay, good luck anyway. And when are the results coming up?
I have no idea. They didn't tell us.
And you're back to uni February
24th.
Oh, okay. That's a long break for you.
Yes.
Anything planned?
Lots of work because I need to make money.
Mm.
Lots of music stuff I want to do, and lots of relaxing and family time. Because I feel like during this year I've been very busy. I haven't had time to even when we used to go on holiday, I couldn't go to the beach. I couldn't really leave where we're staying because I was supposed to be studying. But now I'm free.
Okay, that's good. And that's awesome. And so Christmas is around the corner, festive season, time for what? Relaxation.
Yeah. What's on your wish list?
For Christmas?
For Christmas, yes.
Oh, just spending time with family. As you said, we all work together, but when you are working, even though you're working with family, you're not quality time because it's all work. So this time probably take a couple of weeks off, just relax, maybe go away somewhere, just to see places around and reflect and plan for the year ahead, 2026.
Anything on your actual Christmas wish list, like gifts?
Look, always wish for the gift of good health.
Oh, here they go.
Yes, I always wish for that one. And yeah, that's about it. What are you wishing for? Are you wishing for anything special?
Money.
I asked Thea today, what's your... He actually said, Dad, can I tell you what I want for Christmas? I said, what? And he goes, I want a pair of AirPods.
AirPods?
Yes.
Oh.
So he wants AirPods, yes.
Him with AirPods?
Yes. So we'll see. We have to talk to...
Right.
We have to think about it. Yeah. We have to think about it.
To get us introduced, let's start with the basics and compare the two. What do we mean by new versus established?
New property is a property that is recently built or off the plan property. We are talking about brand new house and land, turnkey dual keys, duplexes, co-living builds, and new townhouses. Anything new is what we are referring to as new property. Then established property, here we are referring to older properties that have already been lived in. We are talking about properties with more character and more maintenance and more other variables that we're going to dwell into a little bit later on.
And both can be good investments, yes, depending on your strategy. That's where a lot of people get stuck.
That's correct. There's no one-size-fits-all solution. It has to match your numbers, your cash flow requirements, and most importantly, your long-term plan or long-term strategy.
So those are the basics. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, we've compared what a new versus an established build is. But let's get to what people actually came here to watch and that most people care about. Which one's better for cash flow? So Dad, walk us through which type is better, new or established?
Look, from what we've noticed with our recent investors, 9 out of 10 times, new builds tend to win on cash flow. Why? This is because of higher depreciation, lower maintenance. Modern designs basically attracts better tenants, more energy efficiency, often better rental yields in growth corridors. And in most cases, these new builds can be packaged with the co-living or dual key properties that provide a higher rental yield.
You used the word high depreciation before as a reason to why a new build might be better, but what is depreciation?
Depreciation is the decrease in the value of your building and fittings on your property. And there is an amount that is attached every year to this decrease in value, which you are eligible to claim as a tax deduction during tax time. So the newer the property, the higher this depreciation amount. And the older the property, then the less the depreciation. And more importantly, this depreciation doesn't go forever. There is a limit to how long you can claim this depreciation. That's why it is always advantageous on new properties when we're talking about depreciation due to that fact.
So that concept of depreciation with other of the benefits of a new build has been seen with tons of your clients in their deals before.
That's correct.
New homes with 2 or 3 incomes outperform established or older homes by a mile.
That's about right. Established homes can still have good rental yields, but what we have seen in recent times is that the rental demand is changing. Tenants are preferring modern layouts, bigger bedrooms, extra bathrooms, air conditioning, and more importantly, work from home workspaces.
And this is a testament to new builds often adapting to or suiting a modern lifestyle.
That is correct. When we're talking about capital growth, which strategy now between new and existing will give you the edge? Now here is where established homes get the momentum.
Oftentimes we see that established properties sit on larger blocks of land and in more mature and established suburbs.
That is correct. So there's more land component in those homes, which creates scarcity in value. And we also know that there's historical trends with those properties. There's also renovation potential and gentrification uplift.
So what does this all mean for capital growth?
It simply means established properties are able to potentially achieve higher capital growth potential, especially where land is limited.
So new builds win with cash flow and established builds win in terms of growth.
Look, not always. Growth depends on location fundamentals, not whether a house is new or old. The biggest mistake that most investors make is to assume that always older homes will provide good capital growth. It doesn't. Capital growth, infrastructure spending, demographics, vacancy rates, and supply pressure. Those are the factors that drive value.
So those are all the major topics that people normally talk about when looking at whether to buy a new or an established home. But let's go through the things that people often forget: maintenance and holding costs.
Oh yes, maintenance on established properties can surprise a lot of people. A roof replacement, plumbing issues, mold, aging electricals, old aircon units, all these things add up and they cost a hell lot of money to fix.
And on the flip side, new properties often have warranties, builder guarantees, and minimal repairs up front.
Yes, they do. They do. So smaller repairs keep cash flow stable. Investors want predictability. They hate surprises. But on the flip side, new properties can have one risk, and that's construction delays and builder issues. We have all had them in the past. So you need to trust with the team and due diligence to avoid disaster.
So that was holding costs and maintenance. Let's look at the tax benefits between the two.
So when we talk about tax, this is where new builds clean up because basically everything is at maximum. There's maximum depreciation that investors can claim, which means stronger tax deductions. Also, due to less repairs, which means lower holding costs, better negative gearing balance if you need it, as well as higher energy efficiency, which lowers tenancy turnover. Look, established properties still carry some tax benefits, however, not as much as new properties.
So if someone wants to minimize tax legally, of course, and boost cash flow, new builds are the way to go.
That is correct, but never buy property in order for you to minimize tax. The strategy or your strategy should always come first.
So with all of that information, let's pick a definitive winner. Which one is better, and who should buy either a new property or an established one?
So look, in summary, I would say new builds would suit new investors, self-managed super fund buyers, cash flow focused investors, people who are looking for low maintenance, people who are looking for dual occupancy, co-living, or even NDIS properties. Investors who are looking for more than tenancy appeal, and of course, those that are needing stronger depreciation, which results in bigger tax deductions.
And for established properties, who would you say they suit more?
Look, I would say renovators, those investors that are looking for land value, people that are targeting mature suburbs, investors that are looking to subdivide or even to knock and rebuild, those that are chasing character homes or even boutique designs. And of course, investors wanting to renovate so that they can create some capital growth.
So what you're basically telling all of us is that it's not about which one is better overall. It's about which one suits and is more applicable to your plan.
That's right. It's all about the strategy and the plan.
Like I say every episode, that's amazing in theory, but do you have any real client examples of this working?
Yes, we have recently assisted one of our clients to buy a dual key property in Victoria for $750,000, and the rental income is $1,100 per week. So that's quite a significant rental yield. It is a cash flow superstar. Another client bought a home on a big block in Adelaide. Values jumped sharply due to zoning changes and scarcity. And that's a classic growth play there. Both worked and both matched the strategies of those clients that we're seeking.
And I guess that's why you always stress to know your numbers first and then to know your plan.
Absolutely, absolutely. Spot on.
That was a fantastic pour. We've gone through a lot today. We talked about essentially which one's better, and we came to the conclusion that none is better overall, but depends on the client's plan and their strategy and what they're looking for out of a property. But let's go through some final key takeaways.
Here is the final pour. New builds often win for cash flow and tax benefits. Established homes often win for land value and potential capital growth. Both strategies can be powerful wealth builders. Your choice must match your numbers, goals, and your risk appetite.
If you're stuck deciding whether to choose between a new or an established property, don't try and guess. And don't take dinner table advice as the be-all, end-all.
If you want clarity, please book a strategy call with us at Your Wealth Mentor. We will help you understand exactly which property fits your plan.
And follow us on all of our socials at Your Wealth Mentor. Subscribe to the podcast and share this episode with someone you think needs help deciding whether to pick a new or an established building.
Sip smart, invest better.